Hi guys, so today I want to share a journal that I made for Halloween, but I made it last year. I didn't get to share it last year because I didn't have it finished on time for Halloween, so I thought I'd share it this year, seeing as I won't get a chance to actually make a Halloween one this year. I thought I'd share the one from last year. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Nick the Booksmith, this is the very first Nick the Booksmith tome I ever made after taking her class. And isn't this fitting for Halloween? So yeah, my very first ever Nick the Booksmith tome. Now, I went a little bit OTT. As you can see, it is extremely chunky. This is the biggest book I've ever made. It measures, it's a regular A5 cover and all the rest of it, but it is 3.5 inches this way with the tie on. Okay, so that's quite chunky. But anyway, so this is the Nick the Booksmith cover, tome cover that she teaches in her booksmithing class. It's got ridges on the spine, curved spine, and it's got raised bits, what are they called? Reliefs, maybe, I think, something like that. Back is left plain. Now it's a black cover, dry brushed with silver, and on here you'll see some grungy silver foiling as well, and on the bands. Okay, so there's also some black stained cheesecloth on the top and the bottom. Now the tie is a mix of ribbon and lace and just grungy black material. I can get it open. So there you go, and that goes all the ways around the journal. On the inside cover, you see this tie is, the book is so chunky that the tie is pulling on it here. I might have to do something with that. On the inside cover I have this from Die Cuts with a View Once Upon a Time paperback, this paper. I think this is probably one of maybe 3 sheets that I've used out of it because I hoard it. Another die that I have, I think, can't be 100% sure, but I think this is a generic die from Wish. And on the front page we have some collaging with some fibres and a photograph of a graveyard. And this says, "Some ghosts are for luck, I'm one. Don't fear if tonight I come. A friend has sent me to say this to thee. This day Halloween, though tricky would seem, has in store, it is true, much brightness for you." Maybe that's supposed to rhyme. Maybe it's just the way I read it. I apologise. And tucked in here, sorry about that, my cat is climbing. Tucked in here we have a little envelope made from black cardstock. This is washi tape. It's got a little gravestone closure. And we have some cards and things on the inside. All stamped up and things. Now all the graphics and things that you see in here, it came from the internet, came from Pinterest and things like that. And I have absolutely no idea where to direct you to get them, I'm sorry. So, and this page is another one of those from the same paperback as this, Die Cuts with a View Once Upon a Time. It's got lace down the side, and it's sewn. Hope you can see that. And hanging off we have a little charm of a black cat, and his tail is little diamonds. So here we have a family portrait with some collage bits down here and some washi tapes. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing. Very good. Okay, so over here we have some Halloweeny. I think they're actually supposed to be pirate, but I picked them up for Halloween. cupcake cases, cupcake wrappers, and I just cut out some paper and stuck 3 of them on together. I have a coffin shaped, well, this was actually a napkin that I decoupaged, cut it out and stuck on some gems, some black dark Halloweeny gems. Ribbon tie, gauze ribbon tie, and this guy, I thought he was absolutely adorable. Now my printer at the time didn't do a very good job of printing this, and I was using an inkjet printer at the time as well, so gluing it onto the card was a bit difficult. But anyway, on the back there is a room for journaling. It says Fright Night. I printed a lot of papers for this as well and glued them to cardstock. Here's the back side of those, just some little yellow gems, or yellow orange. Some decoupage on the back of this says October 31st. Halloween postcard. And this is double side printing by me. It's cardstock. I'm sure I printed these on the A3 printer that I had at the time. And this is Dr. Kellogg's imported bat's blood. Curious Cures. Banshee Bottling and Brewing Company from Transylvania. These were really cool. I found them on Pinterest, and I'm sure if you looked for Dr. Kellogg's, spelled with a Z, sorry, Halloween, you probably come up with those. There's a few of them in here. They're really cool. Here we have a paper clip, just some material tied on, and this is a little flip out with some stamping. That didn't come out terribly well. They were cheap kitty stamps with the self-inking stamps, but they were cute. So Steampunk Spells, that's a graphic 45. Another page that I printed myself and sewed. Some more tucked Halloween postcard. Have a pack of those. Oh, for a jolly good time tonight. Be scary. Here I have some red velvet. Red velvet always says vampire to me. Always. No matter where I see it. So red velvet goes with Halloween for me. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Just a lot of collaged items there. A little felt spider. On the other side we have a corner tuck with another journaling card in it. Good fortunes for you, and some stamping on the back. Spooky. This is actually my first time looking at this journal since last Halloween, so bear with me. I'm actually kind of enjoying looking through it. Some more stuff stuck on. This was before I discovered digital print, digital stamping and things like that. So everything was printed, cut out and stuck on. Go figure. Took me a while to figure things out. I'm a little bit slow. Some more stamping here, a little glitter sticker. And I thought this was really cute. I just had done the stitching. I put the boo up here and then had a brainwave to put the spider down here, like, you know, cobweb thing. Very cute. More washi, a little envelope. This is the middle of the signature. On the inside we have this beautiful lady. Just a journaling card. And this one. This one says Nocturnals. Very spooky. And I also had some nail decorations, I think they were. And they actually, they weren't the best of nail decorations. This one has a tree and a cross and a bat, but they were very cute. So there's that. I do love this little guy too. That's the back of it. Sir Skull. This is, I have an alphabet die, and I cut out all the letters in black and, you know, made up the words. Another print, some more sewing. Trick or treat. These are all my green and orange washi tapes and everything here as well. Now, there's a lot of things in here that I wouldn't do now, but I actually kind of like how they're looking in here. It's almost like I think too much about it now and I don't like it, what I'm doing quite as much. I don't know. It's different, I guess. What I'm doing now is very different to this kind of thing. Happy hunting. This is very highly decorated as well. And it takes an awful long time to do things like this. This is embossed. This is Tim Holtz. Does it a texture fade or an alterations? But it's very, very cool. It's very stressed and grungy. And gothic. Card, done in a banner shape. More of that napkin that I had. I actually have a packet of those napkins. All Hallows Eve is a poem by Catherine Dennis, if you want to look it up. Will I read it? No, the video is going to take too long anyway, so I won't read it for you, I'm sorry. If you want me to read it, come back to me. Let me know in the comments below and I might write it out of the comments for you. There's another piece of, another paper clip with some cheesecloth dyed black, or well, grey actually, and 2 little bits tucked in. It says, beware the time is here in which witches do appear. And this is what I call Frankenstein stitching. It's the stitch on my machine. I use it as Frankenstein stitching. Happy Halloween! This is an interactive page. I love this paper. I love the sound of this paper. And underneath we have a portrait. Childhood memories. That juice. And these little photo corners are just little bats that also came in one of my die sets. I just cut them out and used them as photo corners. I think it wasn't this very same die set, but I think it came with this. I have R.I.P. written in silver on all the graves. Warning, a witch lives here. All trespassers will be used as ingredients in the brew. And on the back it says creepy things, and I stamped the corners. I do like that. That's kind of cool. And I put that with that because of the house, obviously. We're into the second signature. How many signatures do I have? There's actually 6 signatures in this. This is huge, like. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, here we go. There's a journaling card. And I can't remember where this actually came from, but it was a little kind of kiddies set. And it was really cool. So I just stuck that straight in here as is. Didn't do anything to it. And it says, some days you just have to put on the hat and remind them who they're dealing with. So very true. More lace trim. All the lace trims are on the first leaf of every signature. So. And here we have a flip. And this is all embossed. This top part is all embossed. And on the front, these are actually tucked in. And I have used some purple metallic paint to just highlight the embossed areas on that. I don't know if you can see that, but I like that. That's very cool. Purple and black work so well together. And that tucks back in there. It says, may the only spirits that invade your home at Halloween be the happy spirits of friends. So that's that. Here we have another tuck. The werewolf howling at the moon. And a couple of tiny little bits in this little pocket. Tickets and whatnot. There's a few of those tickets in throughout the journal, I think. This is one for pickled brains. Lovely. So that's just a pocket made with that paper again and folded up at the bottom to make another little tuck. Of course, here we have foam letters, says boo. Oh yes. And this lady comes out like this. And it says, something wicked this way comes. And she slips back in here. She holds onto her broom and she puts on her mask. Just like that. If I can get it in there. Yeah, not the easiest thing to put back together, but I had fun making it. I do remember actually making, as I'm going through it, I'm remembering making it, and I did have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I really like her, she's cool. More washi tape, stamping, bottom corner tuck. Wicked remedy, take a swill to treat any ail. That was actually a sticker that I picked up, I think it was in Deals, and I just backed it onto some gothicy looking paper. And here we have an old ad. The origin of Halloween came from a magazine, Boy's Life for October 1963 or something like that. And it gives information on Halloween. That's that one. I had a lot of fun making this. I hope you can tell. So here we have just 2 little pieces to tuck this into. The top one. And it's a little witch talking to all the rabbits in the field in the middle of the night. Or hares, actually. More. And it's called, oh yeah, this is actually a poem. I've forgotten about that too. That I made into an envelope. And it's called A Halloween Frolic by Helen Gray Cohn. That's very cute. I'll read you the first verse of it. It says, a little witch in steeple hat once tried a merry spell to make the hares come pit-a-pat from dingle and from dell. So cute. Yeah, I'll have to try and get back to some of these techniques. I'm really enjoying them. Or some of this style. More washi, some more cutouts. This took a long time to make as well. Hence it wasn't ready for Halloween last year. Was it last year or the year before? I'm not even sure. It must have been last year. More stitching, Franken stitching, and this is what I call bird's feet stitching. I'm sure there's a proper name for it. These were they were supposed to be like you know, those temporary tattoos for Halloween. That's what they were supposed to be, and I tried them here and they worked quite well. So here we have a teeny tiny envelope with a teeny tiny stamp inside. This is Eerie Tale. I'm sure that's a graphic 45 as well. And that goes in there. And a lot of decoupage, a lot going on in the front of this one. I wasn't very happy with this at the time, but I kind of like it now. I like the spider. And on the inside of this pocket we have a little card with a little girl witch, and ooh, yes, another ancestor photograph. This is double toil and trouble. Brain of rat, fine oil. Oh, witch. Double toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble. That's the full long one. Another kids dressed up for Halloween picture. On the back says 31. A little lace tab on the edge. Quite like that. I must do that again. Use that again. Little bat. And spiders. This actually moves. You can pull this in and out. Interactive. I should have put acetate over this. Actually, looking back now, I would, if I was doing this now, I'd put acetate under it. But back then I wouldn't have thought of that, I suppose. And here we have another paper clip that I tried to black, and it actually stayed. I didn't think that was staying at the time. I think I did it with a Sharpie, and it didn't seem to want to stay there, but it did seem to stay. Interesting. Here we have a couple of little bits of piece at the top. This one is a Halloween party invitation. So it's journal card when black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam. May luck be yours this Halloween. And here we have a little skeleton tucked in with the witch, because why not? Some more stitching. This ghastly, and this is a journaling card, and on the front of it there's a kind of a montage of vintage and retro Halloween characters from the movies. That, and this is a double pocket, so in the other part of the pocket we have another vintage Halloween photo, and on the back it says Happy Halloween. I am sorry if you can hear all that rummaging in the background. The cat is up on top of the cupboard rummaging in all the cardboard boxes that she's not supposed to be in. So my apologies for that. This is another napkin, decoupaged onto black cardstock. Here we have another tuck. Good luck to this Halloween. This is a Scottish Halloween apparently. I'm sure. Yes, they have Halloween over there too. And this one says Halloween is fun. I'm sending this Halloween greeting to you because, well, just because. Zombie phrenology. I'd forgotten about that. Zombie phrenology, understanding the natural tendencies of the undead. So his brain is divided into sections for hard-headedness, aggressiveness, night vision, moan resonance, gnawosity, organ lust, lung longing. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so over here we have the other bits and pieces tucked into another paper clip. This one is kept closed with a little circular seal. Must be important. And it is a spell written in a language. Oh no, it's not written in. It says Taltos Elixir. It is actually written in English. Put the slug juice in the vial. Agitate till the liquids. So yeah, there's a spell phrase. And there's. That's actually quite nice. Gosh, that was a printout from Pinterest as well. And here we have a little pocket. More family photographs. Lucky spells. Is that all that's in there? It feels like there's more in there. But that could be just... No. That's just because these are backed onto card. It feels like there's more in there, but there actually isn't. So that's that. Journal card slips in there. I'm really enjoying going through this again. It just goes to show that when you put your work away and pull it out again sometime later, you actually do really enjoy it. Here we have a little banner, Happy Halloween, and a witch. This is a tuck that I didn't put anything in for some reason. Don't know why. Probably just forgot. Another tuck here. And this is a journaling card. An openable journaling card. Very nice. And it's got one of those nail stickers that I was telling you about. That's just in there as one of the O's. No, it doesn't. That came like that and I did it with glossy accents. I'm so silly. Anyway, so I decoupage, matted this onto black and then orange, and I put these pieces here because it made me think that the wrist was extending out beyond the picture. Here I have some black gauze and some cobwebby fabric from a child's costume. And some more lace and another skull charm. Another tuck, that's copper paper, carbolic acid, and another one of those vintage Halloween postcards. Excuse me. Here we have this little guy. He looks so sad. Trick or treat. And then down here it says poof. What's that? A little corner tuck. These are like little foam strips that are just glittered. I bought them shaped like that. Okay, so here we have Mr. Seymour Bones, bottom tuck. This looks quite ominous. And it is, because on the back it says beware. The curse. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a werewolf when wolfsbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. So there. Beware. And in here we have Dr. Kellogg's werewolf fur. Full moon curried. Oh, I never trust a man whose eyebrows meet in the middle. I like it. So that's a werewolf page, apparently. Come on over Halloween. Come over on Halloween with appetite keen for food and fun. That's a little shiny sticker that I got somewhere. Another one of those little spidery ideas. More stitching. October Magic, a poem by John Martin. Halloween. So another one of my dies matted onto some of that same paper. And a little photograph of a girl dressed up for Halloween. Some stamping and a journaling card. Some more washi tapes, and stickers, and stamping and stitching and all sorts of good stuff. Another pocket, little signature. And these are tied together. Just the two. There we go. They're actually stapled together with a little bit of gauze here. The human heart. Tim Holt's Black Cat. This is some, I can't even remember what this came off of, but it's polka dotted like black gauzy stuff, and I just used a gem in the middle of it. Some collaging, more collaging back here. I use a lot of Pinterest downloads in this one. Some more stamping. This actually came from a catalogue that had Halloween decorations in it, and I just cut out the Halloween decorations. But this one in particular didn't look too magazine-y when I put it down here. So. Here's another one of our little paper dollies, and she has a skirt in the back that you can journal on. There she is. Very cool, and I used some material from the child's costume again to make her skirt, and I gave her some wings. I think I actually bought these on Etsy. Some pumpkins down the bottom there. And a big journaling card. Oh, and that was a surprise. I was not expecting that. I should have actually cut out the eyes and the mouth in that one. And I might go back and do it. Yes, you can see. There's that little spider. Oh yeah, the headless man. Halloween on the back, and a sheet of paper with that Tim Holtz alterations die or embossing folder again. Very gothic looking, I like it. So it's kind of just folded into an envelope as such. Tucked in here. And here we have a triple pocket page. In the first one we have two little cards. That one hasn't even been inked up. What do I like? A jolly Halloween, how do you know what's round about? Come along or watch out. Another journaling card, quite a large one, and a large tag. And here we have a gusseted pocket. Tincture of wolfsbane poison, the Dungeon Drug Company, distilled a bottle by the Grand Inquisitor. And inside we have Fireside Book of Ghost Stories, and I actually made a little book out of it. These flip out, there's a little envelope in there. Some more of those little nail decorations. That's where a lot of where I use some of those nail decorations. You can see them. They are quite good. It just goes to show that, you know, look at things that aren't necessarily designated for crafting. That's another one. And one more there. So yeah, they were quite good. I remember when I was oh look, oh I know what this what I had in mind for this. This is supposed to be the magic mirror, or the spooky mirror. But anyway, when I was making this booklet, I had in mind that I would find an old ghost story, you know, an authentic old ghost story, and print that and put it in here. And I couldn't find anything really suitable, not spooky enough or not old enough, or you know. And then I was thinking I might come up with something myself, but I never got back to it, never got around to it. So it's just blank. Top Tuck, Betsy McCall's Halloween. This little paper dolly. Some more lace, Oh look, there's a spider down here as well. See that? Cool. And an owl charm. A little bottom tuck here, and this is actually a card with tucks. Huh. So the card itself is tucked in, and on the front of the actual card is a tuck for this one. So there's that. They're very clever of me, huh? What happened to this person? I just got down, it went down a different avenue and it got stuck down there, I think. Not got stuck down there, but just haven't come back up yet. So another journaling card. Some more of that grunged up cheesecloth. Here we have a little bundle with a swingy bread. I do like doing little bundles like that. And what's this? Here in the forest, dark and deep, I offer you eternal sleep. I'm sure that's from something famous and I don't know what it is. And on the back I've done a little blood drop. It's actually their vampire holes. Part of it is missing there. So that is that. I really like the cheese staining on that one. Here in the forest, dark and deep, I offer you eternal sleep. If anyone knows what that's from, let me know. I have a feeling it's something to do with Poe, but I'm not 100% sure. So we have another decorated paperclip. And in here we have another journaling card. And yeah, all these journaling cards, even when they're black, they can be journaled on just using a white pen or a glitter gel pen or something like that. Just some little decorative dots down here. More stitching. And black cat. Black cat with green eyes. My black cat has yellow eyes and she's much prettier. We have this cute old lady with an owl. Some more stitching. Another tuck. What's in here? Oh look, this front part of the tuck as well. Beware, and that's not inked on the back either. What am I doing? What was I doing? I don't know what I was spent so long on it, I think I was addled by the end of it. And this card in the back. I did a load of black gems on the side of this. That's very cool. I like it. What signature are we actually on? We're on signature 4. I'll go a little bit faster through the rest of this. Gone batty. I like it. Very good. Human heart again. Halloween greetings. Just a little journaling card. Washi tape. This is a large tag with some of that really cool grunged up cheesecloth on it. And that little sparkly gem, really like those. I'm not sure I have any black ones left. This, I really like this. I remember this because one of my favourite parts of the book. So we open it up and we have Nosferatu in the middle. I really love it. It's so cool. And there's a journaling card as well. Is it weird that I'm so stoked by my own stuff? I don't really care if it is. Okay, so Frightful, collaging, and this one, I made it a little bit too fussy to be easy to take it in and out, but it is still possible. So it's got a satin ribbon going across here and 3 little bits stuck to it. There's a little copper skull charm there. Here on the front of this envelope we have just a couple of bits and pieces, nothing interesting on the back. Tucks in there, and on the back of the envelope is all decoupaged, or not decoupaged, collaged. And it's one of these ones. And on the inside we have a little notebook. Like I said, it's been a while since I've opened this, so I'm rediscovering this as well. And I really quite like it. If I saw this somewhere, I would say, wow, that is so cool. So in we pop, and that stays there. Oh yeah, creepy photograph. Sweet little boy, and then creepy. And inside we have some collaging done on a card and a little top or bottom top, yeah, the top. I don't remember doing that at all. That's kind of cute. Okay, I think that's all that's in there, yeah. And over here we have some collaging. One of our paper clips. Another belly band. I don't know what I was thinking with that one, but hey ho. And that's not inked either. I could tell before I even took that out that it wasn't inked. And what is this? The Little Witches of Haunted Wood, Potions and Poisons, A Beginner's Guide by J.N. Giraud Fee, Headmistress and Proprietor. Very cool. So that is that one. And that's a cool image. I did actually print that on paper. Why did I think to print that on paper but none of the rest of them? I don't know. Like I said, a bit slow on the uptake there. More stitching. There's actually some blank pages. I never actually finished this. Oh my lord. Look at this. I didn't even realise I hadn't finished it. Huh. I might have to go back and finish this. I don't know if it's just the signature or if the last signature is the same. Ah, yes. This was so much fun to make. So much fun. Okay, so we have our haunted castle with our bats in coffin shape, and then whoop. And this is actually a notebook as well. The front page came off, but I took it out of there, and you can flip it as a coffin shaped note paper. I really had a lot of fun making that one. Can you tell that I love Halloween? I'm a big kid at heart, really. And see, look, red velvet in the coffin, spiders and grave cloth and all that goody goodness. And he couldn't fit in the coffin, and they didn't want to pay for the coffin, so they broke his legs. I.e., I made the coffin too short, or the skeleton too big, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, so we have Dr. Kellogg's Spider Milk Laboratory Notes. I like it. And we have some grunged up purpley paper. And down here we have another charm. It's a bird, probably an eagle, but I am saying it's a raven, okay, or a crow. Some more lace. And Monsieur Skeleton. Da, da, da. Can't remember how I did this, but it came up extremely cool. I know I actually did a video for a friend of mine just to send her on to show her, because she really loves Halloween. So I sent her on the video even though I knew the book wasn't finished. And I did explain to her how this happened, so let's go back and have a look at that. But yeah, really cool. Like him. Another one of those printed pages that I was so clever about doing. A lot of blank pages here again. Oh yeah, another one of these. What is that in there? That doesn't seem to be holding anything, so I'm just going to pop it up here for a second. Or not. Inside here, beware, the time is here in which witches do appear. And on the inside we have Seducifus Triumbatus, or full and plain evidence concerning witches and apparitions. The fifth part thereof containing philosophical considerations which defend their possibility, whereunto is added the true and genuine notion and confident explication of the nature of a spirit, for the more full confirmation of the possibility of their existence. London, printed 1681. I'm thinking that this actually did come from an actual book. Now, the graphic itself isn't fantastic. It's quite pixelated. I may have just blown it up a bit too much, not knowing at the time. I was just learning. Or it may just have been a really tiny image, but I really wanted to use it anyway. I do remember that. So that goes in there. And these guys do pop out. I do need to make a little tab for that, I'd say. A little bit small. Just a tad too small. But still, I like it. I like it. They're very cute. Wishing you a happy Halloween. More stitching. More papers. More papers. And that is it. So the last two signatures I never actually got to finish. And can you imagine how fat this would be if I finished those two signatures as well? Oh my lord. And in light of that now, what I might do is take some of the stuff from the front signatures and put them into the back signatures. But anyway, so yeah, this was a little stroll down memory lane for me, back, well, not that far back, but you know, far enough back in my crafting life that I see a huge improvement in what I'm doing, but at the same time I see a lot of inventiveness back here that isn't in my current work, which I'll have to look at. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope you liked my Halloween journal, and I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane with me. And we'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.